Joining us now is Kim DeGonia. She's a former trial prosecutor. She actually prosecuted the Turpin case. Kim, it's nice to see you. When you look back at the case, listening to what Jalissa is saying now, do you see missed opportunities to save these kids from their parents sooner?
Hey, Brian. So nice to see you. Absolutely. I mean, there was many times throughout the three different homes that they lived in, from Texas to Murrieta and Paris, where neighbors were able to identify red flags that they perceived as the neighbors, behaviors that they thought were strange, but yet no one called anyone. Nobody called the police. Nobody called Child Protective Services. No one called the non-emergency, police department phone number. Yet there was a pattern of neighbors recognizing that just something was off in that household.
With these kids in Ohio, we've been covering this other House of Horrors case there where there's 16 kids that were found in a house. What advice would you give the prosecutors there? Because you did everything you could and you befriended the kids, you were in constant contact with them, and then they were re-victimized and you didn't even know about it.
Oh, yeah, that was horrible, Brian. The re-victimization, I think, is really probably what shook the world as well as my former office the most. The advice that I would give to the prosecutors now handling this Ohio case is that you really do need to be vigilant in overseeing all the different organizations that are now handling these children. It's not just Child Protective Services overseeing it. I'm sure there's local county council. I'm sure they each have lawyers assigned to them that are helping them through the criminal justice process in dependency court against their parents. There's many organizations that probably have their hands in this case, and every single one of them needs to be on hypervigilance that just because they're the most highly publicized children right now does not mean that they cannot be re-victimized. And really listening to these children if they're making complaints, whether it be to the social worker, to the nurse who's assisting them through healing, whether it's a therapist. I just think everybody in the process needs to have their eyes and ears open, including the prosecutors. These kids quickly became very attached to our office because we had a rule that we were going to do meet and greets with the kids every single few weeks, two or three times.
Mm.
And from that, we were able to build a rapport and they started reporting things to us. And I think that is how it became really disclosed sooner than it probably would have because they had these close knit relationships. And so just really don't look at this case like another file across your desk. Take the time to get to know the kids and get to know the needs, get struggling with in their foster homes. And I think that will be very successful for them.
With the Ohio case, and I think this is somewhat similar to the Turpin case, the mom there wants to see the kids and is now claiming she's a victim and was abused by the husband. Do you buy it? I mean, could that be a possibility?
Do I buy it that she wants to see her kids? Sure. Do I buy it that she has some mental health disease that is so significant that will warrant her getting out of custody and rebonding with her children at this point in time? Absolutely not. I think the studies and the psychologists and the therapists who are treating those kids would agree with me that introducing these children after they have just been freed from such a traumatizing situation will only re traumatize them, being forced to rebond with a mother right now who inflicted so much pain and so much suffering on them. I don't believe that that's the proper approach right now.
So the Turpins, they were sentenced to 25 years to life. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And what about the foster parents that re-victimized the kids? What's the state of them right now?
That case, I'm not sure if it ultimately pled or went to trial. I no longer work for the district attorney's office, so I don't handle that case anymore. So I'm not sure where they're at in the litigation process. I do know that the Riverside County District Attorney's Office filed charges against both of the parents, the foster parents in that case, and it was pending criminal charges when I left.
And what about the state? I mean, they were supposed to keep the kids safe. Was there any accountability there in terms of, it seems like they slipped through the cracks. No one was keeping an eye on them in the foster care system.
Right. I mean, if you put them in the foster care and they're able to be re-victimized when they're the most highly publicized abused children in America, that's pretty disturbing.
Mm.
I do believe there was a civil lawsuit that took place that held the county accountable a couple years after the fact, and that has been resolved since.
Well, what you did, Kim, and seeing you and Jalissa together and the relationship you have is just amazing, and you're really a hero with this whole entire thing. So I really appreciate you for coming on and taking the time, and I hope you have a good weekend, Kim.
Thanks, Brian. You too.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.